Now, half of all 6 to 12-year-olds in the UK own one. And if you've got young children, you'll probably know all about Moshi monsters. For the uninitiated, though, it's a website where you can create your own monster, play games and send messages to your friends. You can also buy trading cards, toys and other merchandise. Well, this week, the company behind the monsters announced it has 50 million users worldwide. There is concern over the craze. Some schools have banned the cards. But at Balgowan Primary in Beckenham in Kent, they're all the rage. Shamini Salvaraja asked children there why they like them so much.
I do it online. I collect the cards, I collect the soft toys and I collect the minifigures. Some people in other classes, they've gone off it, but our class is just mad on Moshi. Some of the boys they're not really interested in it, but nearly all the girls, they go on the site, they collect the cards.
When you go online on Moshi Monsters, what is it that you like to do on the website?
You chat to your friends, and if you're like a member on it, you can like give gifts to your friends and you can talk to them. There's like little post-it notes and you can write on them and send them to your friends.
I like going to the shop with my monster and buying some things for it.
When you first go on the website, you can log in and you can do like nearly everything without paying at all, and you don't have to be a member. But then you can get like membership cards in different shops.
And have you bought any of those?
Yeah, I bought the 6-month membership.
It's much better when you're a member, because when you're not a member, there's not many places you can actually go to. And when you're a member, you can go to all these different places.
So does anybody know how much money they've spent on Moshi Monsters so far?
I usually get 3 packs a week, and I've been doing that for a long time, so I've probably spent about £40 on them. I've bought the figures, the magazines, the cards, and I've paid for the membership, so I've spent about £200 on Moshi.
I haven't actually spent any. I just got some from one of my friends for free, then just started swapping.
Now, the big thing is the Moshi Monster cards. I think it could possibly change to maybe the soft toys or the little small collector figures. I think it will stay the really big thing for a long time.
Well, it seems like Moshi Monsters are very popular with the children, but the trading cards have actually been banned from some schools. So I'm here with Dr. Andrew Swatland, he's the head teacher at Balgowan School. What do you think about Moshi Monsters?
Generally speaking, it's been absolutely fine. Some of the younger children don't really fully understand about swapping their cards back. It has led to a few problems. Further down the school, we have said that we don't want children swapping their cards. But the cards give children things to talk about, lots of good social interaction from it.
So you think they're a sort of good thing on the whole, because they've got the website as well?
I mean, one of my reservations is that children can take on someone else's identity, and this has actually happened at the school, where 1 digit of someone else's username, all by 1 digit, was copied, so children thought they were corresponding with a particular child, and in fact they didn't know who they were corresponding with. But it just underlines how careful parents should be when their children are on any type of social networking site.
Well, school's about to end now, so I'm going to run round to the playground and find out what the people who are paying for all this think about it.
He's got a whole folder full. He gets 1 pack a week, and we end up with lots of doubles, which he loves to bring in and start trading with the other kids.
But it's a real shame they can't trade them anymore.
They've
banned them, only in our class.
I'm a bit of a sceptic on these things, but actually it's interesting because the names, very good for their pronunciation and their speaking.
And do they go on the website as well?
Francesca goes on the website, but we won't let her pay the subscription. There's a monthly subscription you can pay to do more on the website, and we won't let her do that.
Do you know how much money you've spent?
We have probably spent in the region of about £30, probably.
Probably about the same, yeah.
I'd rather spend 75 pence a week on that than spend it on sweets.
Well, I have a 7-year-old and she collects Moshi Monster cards, and she has the book with the map, and she goes on about it every day. They all do, don't they? Exchanging for, they want Iggy 100 100 is the top card, and that's all I know. I don't know what the fascination is, but they're obsessed with it. The whole class are.
I resisted it for quite a long time. But then she got really carried away, and it was just kind of a matter of time where you were battered down until you actually got into the whole craze. And I actually thought it would peak and die off really quickly, but it hasn't. It's got quite a lot of longevity. But the one thing that I was obsessed about was the online side. I didn't like the whole message boarding. And when children got older, and some of the tags that the little monsters have should perhaps be policed a little bit more. There are inappropriate comments every now and again, but take away the online side, the game's fine.
And what about the starter pack? Have you managed to buy the album? Because I know some people have struggled to get hold of it.
We tried the local newsagents for quite a long time, asking other people to look out for us, and in the end we went onto eBay. I think it was about £12, which is ridiculous, but you know, you give in the end.
So that's what the parents think about it. Ed Relf is the Chief Commercial Officer of Mind Candy, which is the company behind Moshi Monsters. Why do you think that, you know, this has taken off to the extent that it has?
Well, I think it's a great question. And to be honest with you, I think Moshi Monsters actually brings something very, very unique to this market. I think first and foremost, the fact it's educational based has helped massively. You know, parents really endorse their children playing Moshi Monsters. But
we did hear some concerns there, you know, about the social networking aspect of the website. Some critics have said, you know, you're much less strict than your main competitor, Club Penguin. That's the one that's run by Disney, in the way you regulate the site. Children can write what they like, can't they, rather than sticking to, you know, pre-written messages?
Well, definitely not. I mean, we've spent tens of millions of dollars on the most sophisticated filtering software that underpins all the safety and security of the actual website itself. The other thing it's probably worth mentioning, the fact is that all messaging within the game itself is completely public. So everybody sees all messages and communication that happens in the game.
What about this business, the fact that it's difficult, we heard it from a parent there, that it's difficult to get hold of the starter packs? I mean, I think officially they sell for $4.95. We've heard about someone paying £12 for one on eBay there. Is there a tendency to restrict supply to keep demand up?
Unfortunately not, no. And obviously we are hearing reports now of limited supply of certain items. Unfortunately, it's simply as a result of the demand for the products. Some items are in short supply, but we're absolutely doing our best to make sure that, where possible, retailers are stocked as quickly as possible.
Is it that difficult to keep the supply up? Because there must be a tendency to think that if people, really want these, you know the figures, you know how popular it is.
Unfortunately not. I mean, it is very difficult. I mean, at the moment, Moshi Monsters is growing at one new player every single second. So it's very, very difficult to keep up with this type of demand. We've grown to 50 million players in 2 years.
What do you think is the future for the brand? I mean, kids are notoriously fickle. You could be last year, next year, couldn't you?
Yeah, well, we have many, many plans for the brand, as you could probably imagine. Everything from video games to TV, films. It's a very, very exciting and very long future ahead.
OK. Ed Relf, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.